I couldn't believe my luck when my parents told me we were moving to the suburbs. After years of living in the bustling city, the thought of a quiet and peaceful neighborhood was a dream come true. However, as we pulled up to our new house, I couldn't shake off the uneasy feeling that crept up on me. Our new home was a beautiful two-story house, surrounded by lush greenery and a white picket fence. But there was something off about it. It was as if the house itself was hiding a dark secret. My parents dismissed my uneasiness as the nerves of moving to a new place, but I couldn't shake off the feeling that something was wrong. As we started unpacking and settling in, strange things began to happen. Objects would move on their own, and I would often catch a glimpse of something out of the corner of my eye, but when I turned to look, there was nothing there. I tried to brush it off as my imagination, but the strange occurrences only seemed to escalate. One night, as I was lying in bed, I heard a soft whisper coming from the corner of my room. At first, I thought it was just the wind, but the whispers grew louder and more distinct. I could make out words, and they were calling my name. I tried to ignore it, but the whispers seemed to be coming from the walls themselves. I couldn't take it anymore. I went to my parents, but they didn't believe me. They said I was just trying to find an excuse to not like our new home. But I knew there was something sinister lurking in the shadows of our house. The next day, as I was exploring the house, I found a strange symbol etched into the wall of my bedroom. It was unlike anything I had ever seen before, and it sent chills down my spine. I couldn't shake off the feeling that the symbol held some kind of power over our house. I started doing some research and discovered that our house was built on the site of an ancient burial ground. Legend had it that the land was cursed by the Native American tribe that had once lived here. They had cursed anyone who dared to build on their sacred ground, and it seemed like their curse had found its way to our house. The more I delved into the history of our house, the more convinced I became that the whispers and the strange occurrences were connected to the curse. I tried to tell my parents, but they refused to listen. They were too focused on settling into our new home and didn't want to believe that there was something dark and dangerous lurking in its walls. As the days went by, the whispers grew louder, and the symbols appeared in different parts of the house. I was convinced that the curse was after me, and I couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched. One night, as I lay in bed, I heard a loud crash coming from the basement. I cautiously made my way downstairs, and what I saw there will haunt me forever. The symbols were glowing, and the whispers had turned into a deafening chant. It felt like the walls were closing in on me, and I knew I had to get out of there. I ran to my parents' room, but they were nowhere to be found. It was as if they had vanished into thin air. I was all alone, trapped in a house that was under the grip of an ancient curse. As I stood there, paralyzed with fear, the whispers suddenly stopped, and the symbols disappeared. I could hear my parents calling out to me, and I ran to them, relieved to see that they were safe. We left the house that very night, never to return. To this day, I can't explain the events that took place in our suburban house. But one thing is for sure, I will never forget the whispers of the curse and the terror that it brought upon our family.